Ago Mofrabetuan and System, as shadows would find their places on the wall. I am the writer king who sips communion wine from a calabash. I did not come to pour libation, but to raise the mother song of love. So I shall tell you of the day when Krong Krong Nananyankupong created man. He gave him trees to shade him from the sun. He left him the vast plains where he could run. These and many more did Obadiah leave his son. Now among man's neighbors were the lion and his S, also the dandelion in her petal dress. They gave man nothing at all but stress, causing him to enjoy paradise all the less. But good old wise Krong Krong Nananyankupong had seen how the once cheerful Oberima had grown lean. It troubled him. It was not a pleasant scene, but Papa knew exactly how to intervene. So all the winds that be were summoned from the deep and made a powerful blaze around Oberima to sweep, causing him to swoon and fall into deep sweet sleep, his soul floating back to its source to keep. Good old wise Krong Krong Nananyankupong said to her, oh, the look on his face more like a crack. Cat snap crack meant all his abilities were brought on deck, until at last his work was looking speck. Good old wise Krong Krong Nananyankupong had made another being. To say the least, she was worth seeing. For creative Krong Krong Nananyankupong made her countenance serene. All that man had missed, she was to redeem. So Oberima began to and finally awoke. Obviously he felt that one of his ribs had been broke. He felt so incomplete and began himself in tears to soak. Sadness was the only emotion that his lost rib did evoke. Then good old wise Krong Krong Nananyankupong, the greatest planner of old, caused a sad and weeping Oberima to behold. What he saw left him shaky and cold. She was more beautiful than all he had seen on countable fold. So Oberima rubbed his eyes and began to see well, until at last his sad countenance fell. He finally had a happy story to tell, and the last thing he could have imagined was hell. This is indeed the bone of my bone. I shall no longer be alone. My lost rib has finally regrown. Elated Oberima had flown far above the worry zone. Good old wise Krong Krong Nananyankupong blessed their union. Over all his creation he gave them dominion. That was the basis of man and nature's communion. But the day was overly colorful in the serpent's opinion. Well, finally, good old wise Oyadiye Papa Krong Krong Nananyankupong, the greatest planner of old, could take his hard-earned rest. That day was obviously Oberima's best. He called his mate Oba, the queen of his terrestrial nest. And ASAASE, I shall tell you more when we meet next.